Hi, boys and girls. It's Miss Kelly, and we're going to have a Bible story time together. Samantha is waiting for us. She wants to come out and join us for our story. So let's open her door and bring her out. Come on out, Samantha. There she is. And she's going to go right by her house. And remember what Samantha says? Please be quiet because I have teeny tiny mouse orejas. Yes. And what do we say? Yes, of course we will, Samantha. We'll do that for you. We'll put on our listening orejas for our story time so that Samantha can hear it too. So our story comes from the book of Matthew and Mark in the New Testament when Jesus was still here on earth. And it says that some parents had heard that Jesus was coming to their town. They got very excited. They wanted their children to meet Jesus. They wanted Jesus to pray for their children. So they called their children to them. They probably washed their children's faces. They probably combed their hair. They probably straightened their clothes. They wanted them to look their best for Jesus. Now, the mothers made sure that their children were all ready, and the fathers too. And when everybody was ready, off the families went down the road toward the place where Jesus was. As these families got near the place where Jesus was teaching, they could see that Jesus was talking to some grown-ups, a big group of grown-ups. The parents probably looked over the top of the crowd. They probably looked around the crowd. They probably tried to look between their legs and around their arms. The children were probably trying to scoot around and see Jesus, but there were so many grown-ups there already. Now, these mothers and fathers wanted their children to meet Jesus. They probably took their children's hands and went in and out and around the people to try to get close to Jesus. But just then, some of Jesus's friends stepped right in front of them. They stopped the families. They might have said, "Stand back. Jesus is too busy for the children now." Jesus's friends probably thought that they were doing a good thing because Jesus was busy. He had a lot of people already there trying to see him and talk to him. His friends thought that it was important for Jesus to talk to these grown-ups. But they thought it was more important for Jesus to talk to the grown-ups than the children. The children and their mothers and fathers started to leave after the helper said this to them. They must have felt very sad. But suddenly they heard Jesus speaking to those friends. And Jesus's voice was strong and he was upset. He had not wanted his friends to send the children away, not at all. "Let the children come to me," Jesus told them. "Do not send the children away." Children can show us what it really means to be part of God's family. Jesus's friends must have felt a little surprised that Jesus cared so much about the children. Jesus's friends were probably sorry, actually, that they had talked that way. They were sorry that they had told the children to leave. So the children came to see Jesus. Some children ran right up to Jesus. Some of them stood close by where Jesus was. A few of them climbed up right onto his lap, and Jesus put his arms around them. He prayed for God the Father in heaven to help each one of those children. The children felt so happy to be that close to Jesus and to have Jesus praying for them. Even after they went home, the children remembered that Jesus loved them. And that's what Jesus wanted them to remember from that day, how much he loved them and how very important they are to him. Look at these children all getting to climb around Jesus. Wouldn't that been an incredible day to actually get to sit on Jesus' lap, to be so close to him that they are on his shoulders, they're on his lap, they're hugging him. Jesus loves the children so much, and that's you. That's you that he loves this much. So let's see if we can add some of these story characters to our storyboard. Bring you a little bit closer over here, and you can see that we have the town over here that Jesus was close to. Jesus is sitting here, and he has the grown-ups around him listening. And who's coming? The mothers are coming with the fathers and their children. So they're coming close to where Jesus is. The fathers are coming with them, and they want to get to Jesus with their children. The children are here, but it's so hard for the children to see Jesus over here. And then one of the helpers said something. He said, "Stop. Jesus is too busy for the children." Was that true? No, never. And Jesus told his helpers that day, "Never stop the children from coming to me. I love the children. They are part of my family. They are part of God's family." So then the children got to come in closer to Jesus, and they got to be right next to Jesus. And some of them even got to sit on his lap and listen to Jesus tell of his love and God's love for them. What a beautiful day that would have been for the children. But you know what? That day is every single day for us. He loves the children, and he loves you every single day and every single night. Jesus is there with his arms wrapped around you. And you can just ask him to please be with you and please take care of you and to always be in your heart. And you can pray for your family and your friends. And you can listen for Jesus. You can listen for his love, and you can feel his love. So I hope you enjoyed this story and that you'll always remember that Jesus loves the children. He loves every one of us. So I'll say bye-bye for now, and I'll see you next time. Jesus loves you, and so does Miss Kelly.